Maybe? Do that. I don't know. So imagine, right? Family. That's terrible. But you have a tall one and a small one that are Ren, which would be a person, I guess, right? Just a symbolic version of two legs and the arms, right? And you put them in a house, you've got a family, right? So you end up with these pictographs that imply, you have 2,000 minimum characters, because each character represents a particular concept. And so one of the concepts they apparently don't have is an abstract concept, to be, right? So I understand it, Chinese cannot do A-E-I-O statements, which would imply that they cannot have true or false statements. So you get into the problem, okay, well, obviously they value certain statements over other ones. I mean, how do we do contracts with Chinese people, right? If they don't feel like this particular statement is true or false, right? Well, there's books about this problem, and the argument that I've heard that makes some sense is that the Chinese are very pragmatic. They have a sense of what things are more powerful to say than others somehow. And I'm not sure how you can even say that without the verb to be, because I just used the verb to be to make that comparison. So I don't understand how people can think in Asian languages like Chinese, or I believe native Alaskan languages are also based on those Asian languages. So when I see problems going from Alaskan native languages to, say, English, I think part of it is, especially if you're a native speaker, grew up with that particular language, and you're not, say, fluent in English, you're translating from English into your native language, and then your native language doesn't have this kind of concept. So are they able to get the sense that all of this set is in that set? I don't think so. That could be one of the reasons why there's problems academically that way. So the quiz question for today was, give me a true statement. That should be pretty easy at this point. You might want to discuss the nature of that, though. I said there's the correspondence theory. We look outside, and yes, you're right, it is snowy, there's snow out there. But there's other ones. For example, 2 plus 2 equals 4 is not the correspondence theory. That's the coherence theory. So we're familiar with how those words work, and it would be incoherent for you to say 2 plus 2 equals 5. Unless you do something like 2 heaping teaspoons plus 2 heaping teaspoons equals 5 teaspoons. Does that work? I'm not a chef. Fun? Read some Aristotle. I haven't talked about that. Hopefully you get the idea from my notes that there's plenty of stuff out there to read to get an idea of what I'm talking about and so on. Notice I also posted a link to 2 links, because every day at 12 and 6, except if I'm not home, I usually join a friend of mine who has a Zoom session that he talks about thinking. And that's open to anybody, so if you feel like stopping by and asking questions about the class, especially if you can't get upstairs while I'm up there for office hours, you can do that. That's free. It's open to anybody that wants to chat. Joseph loves talking about thinking, even if I don't show up.
Does he just sit on the Zoom on his talk, even if there's no one there?
Well, he's 85.
Oh, okay.
I've lost count of how many heart attacks he's had.
Oh,
Um,
dear.
He's now got 1, 2, 3, 5 stents or stents or whatever. Don't be surprised if while you're talking with him, he's smoking.
Huh. That's playing with
He
fire.
uses marijuana all the time.
Huh.
But that makes him interesting.
So we got on Zoom talking to some guy
He's
who's,
also
like,
an artist.
eternally high. Philosophy.
I keep saying, maybe the reason you're having heart attacks is because you're smoking marijuana. I'm not going to bring that up, But he's also got, oh gosh, I shouldn't. He sometimes watches these, so.